Let's just sit outside.
I give you 2 bottles. There's one that's called Stella Rosa, black bottle. Tastes nice. You and your wife.
Stella Rosa.
You and your wife want shit. I think the bottle still right there. See, that's the bottle, right? After. Oh, so you have a wine opener?
Yes.
My God.
I left one at your house, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that's the one I saw.
Yes, that's the
Oh,
one.
so, Trev, that's what this is?
This is what...
I knew that's
Oh, yeah, I was looking on something.
Yeah, this is all
That's
that.
the process of a hammer, screwdriver.
Okay.
What else?
Oh, so you had to pop it down there first.
A lighter.
Why?
Oh, my gosh.
Something trying to put it in the shoe and knock it on the wall.
Yeah, I'm done with y'all.
Listen,
But Trev, that was
none of
fun.
that worked. I had to go to Walmart and go buy a wine opener.
Oh, Trevor, that was cool though. You know why? Because that means you and Tati had a moment. They ain't no best moments in a relationship than going through challenges that you realize you can't overcome together, dog. That's like we failed together. Like let's go.
We did. What did we do? We did that once. I think it was the end of a spoon. We had to like just jam it down until it fell down into the wine bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I was trying not to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard because the thing with the screwdriver, Trevor, it's just momentum or velocity.
Yeah, but the wines that it was a coworker that saw the one pot and the XNL video, and she saw the wine that was there. She says, "Y'all drinking that trash?" Nah, okay. We need
sponsors. Hold up. Hold up.
You need to go to Downtown Produce. They'll hook you up with
that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That's where I got that one.
So you know Downtown Produce, they'll change your life.
Who saw the video?
Her name Audrey.
Audrey. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had more people from.
Oh yeah.
So
she saw it and she was like, "What?" Because she saw that when they examined the bottle. It was like, that crap?
Hey.
Because she's a wine.
That's fine. Enthusiast. Enthusiast.
She's one of those.
Yo. But as you can see, guys, content. No, we still got you guys listen to how Nicki Minaj kind of did your ones.
That was planned. I mean, it wasn't planned, but
it is planned.
They're cool.
I want to hear
cool.
the Joe Budden podcast.
They're cool. I listened to it.
Yeah,
they're cool.
Yeah,
it's just Nicki being
Nicki
and Joe being Joe.
Yeah,
they pieced it up. They're always cool. They're cool. It's nothing.
And then we can talk about how the Breakfast Club is showing love because they felt like they didn't want to get
showing love. Showing love.
What do you mean by the Barbs?
Yeah, they basically went out was like him and Envy was like, yo, who loved Nicki more?
They were messing around.
They did a whole segment on that.
I know they were messing around because ever since that one time when Nicki,
she posted that she's gonna be in New York and she's trying to.
She wants to go on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
that would be funny because the last time she was on there, she like dug in on them because her album came out.
Wait, let's get some content.
And none of them listened. This is already recording. Her album came out and none of them listened to it.
Oh,
she was like, yo, how y'all gonna have me here? And none of y'all heard my album.
I mean, but
that was like early Nicki, wasn't it?
This was like her second album, I think.
Oh, it was her second album. But I'm gonna say this. No, I'm not saying Nicki is not feeling like she's on top. All right. One of the biggest things I want to make sure I give Nicki credit for is because she was the female who kind of led the wave after, I'm gonna say, Lil' Kim and the Missy Elliott era.
There was got to been someone in between.
There was Eve, right? Eve did everything.
After that, was there anybody?
No, not necessarily.
Because after that Eve, Missy Elliott era, there's a huge gap before you even get to Nicki Minaj. Like Nicki Minaj came through like what 2013, 12,
and I guess the closest we got was Little Mama. But Little Mama, her lip gloss was popping.
A dancing type thing.
Isn't Snow the Product kind of like before Nicki?
Who?
Do you know Snow the Product? She's a LA rapper. I think she's half Mexican, half Puerto Rican, but I'm not really sure her origin. But she dope rapper is just female rappers don't get the fame.
Yeah, she sounds more regional.
Yeah,
I would say Trina,
yeah,
because I think even Trina surpassed Eve as far as like being relevant. Because remember, Trina's was killing it.
Yeah, but Trina was still in that day. Trina, all right, when Eve was making pop records, Trina was making the hood version of the records.
She always maintained that.
And Trina was a kid at that time.
Yep.
Yeah. Like she was in her late teens, early 20s. when she was making those records.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and-
remember the South got hot in like what 2004, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Trina was still relevant all throughout that period of time too.
She was relevant, but when you think about who, like before Nicki Minaj, I would say we had like a good 3, 4, 5 year gap before we had anyone who was really pushing the female category. Like, yes, we had female rappers who was dropping stuff because we still had, and Trina was still dropping stuff. Lil' Kim did make a little comeback because I remember
The jump off.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But those are old rappers.
You know what? That whole time I was like, when she came back and she had what was that track called?
No, it's a jump up. Well, gone for a minute, and then the one with Candlestick with 50 Cent. She had a couple stuff.
I can't remember the track, but she had a track that she had a music video, was cool and all that, right? But I was like, they didn't play that song enough. At least our culture, Jamaican.
Oh, I know what she ain't talking about. Welcome to Brooklyn.
That one.
Yeah, that was hot.
We did not big up that track enough. That one was a hot track.
Yeah, it was.
Other people still bigged it up.
No, it was more like a New York anthem. It was like
Then there was like different versions. of it.
different versions of it. But I would say this, Trevor, you're right. In the island culture, because outside of New York, Miami picked it up a little bit, but you never really hear people from Atlanta popping it.
Remy Ma.
Remy Ma was out, but Remy Ma didn't really.
Remember, she went to jail, so it's like.
But like right before that, she was right before Nicki.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling up Nicki's Wikipedia, and they say according to them, it's her career started in 2004. I don't remember 2004.
No, she was underground then.
Yeah, but they said now the Young Money joint part started like 2009.
Exactly.
2008, 2009. That's when her mixtape was coming out. Yep. So I would say 2008 would be like an official
year for Nicki.
point.
Yeah. So in around that time, who was the one that used to be with DTP?
Shauna.
Oh, Shauna.
was
Shauna
another
was
one?
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shauna didn't really
had
get
sprinkles.
You had sprinkles, but Shauna didn't really. I'm gonna say this, and I'm a big Remy fan. Remy was doing her thing, right? But on the culture side of it, Remy was more underground than more like a front runner. Because I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna use the word front runner in the sense that you were hearing Nicki underground and Nicki on the pop, so she was covering all angles. Remy was more underground stuff, and then she went away. You feel me? So after Remy went away, Nicki kind of had that lane, and based on her style and her pattern, no one really was doing what Nicki did. Nicki kind of have a good 2-3 years before any other female rappers trying to start making any form of waves. Like she was literally just sitting there, just crowning.
You right, Sam. Because I'm looking at the stats right now, and like before 2008, like that's the whole time period where it was like Soulja Boy, YouTube rappers, the MySpace rappers. It wasn't any room for the females. Like no females was really rapping.
No.
Like
around that
mainstream.
Time, around that time, I remember Rashida got hot.
Yeah,
she had a
little, but that was an Atlanta type vibes. Like you had to be from
Atlanta
the South.
ran things though. That's the thing. Around that time, anything from the South popped off.
That's true.
Unless you like Jay-Z, like nobody was listening to
New York music.
East Coast, New York music like that.
Yeah, and then again, when I remember when Game, and I'm gonna say this, when Game and 50 was doing their thing, there was not another female.
No, what was that female that was on G Unit? Olivia,
but she a singer. She wasn't even rapping.
Oh yeah, wasn't there another rapping female on G Unit for like a sec? Charlie Baltimore.
Charlie, that was.
She was on G Unit, but she was a rapper. But she was on
Murder Inc.
Yeah, she be freestyling, but she never like came out with like, official.
Because they never put the female. I keep on saying females. To put the ladies in front. As you say, like they usually be on the underground. And you know how Nicki was more out. You step out.
Yeah,
step out and do your thing. And she earned her status as a legend in hip hop.
In the hip hop game.
So I'm looking at the stats here, like, but between the time that Nicki Minaj came out and like 2006, there was no females like hitting like top hip hop rap songs. The one before Nicki here was Shauna. They Getting Some song.
Oh yeah,
y'all remember that one?
Yeah,
that's the hit that was before Nicki Minaj. Is from what I can see here.
Now I like the fact you be having them stats and records
man, you
on
got
deck.
To man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, man. But like at the end of the day, I think there's some insecurity there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
she got the co-sign from a lot of people. I mean, I think when that Monster song came out with the Kanye West song Monster, destroyed. Like, I think that's where she really like solidified. Like, yo, she's the queen.
Yeah.
Everybody else,
bow down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. This is what happened with Nicki to me. I felt like Lil' Kim wasn't giving her the clout as like, yo, the sign off. You feel me?
Yeah.
And she was mad at that because she was looking at Lil' Kim like a legend. But
you took pictures just like her.
Her, same style, same vibe. But I felt like what happened is because she didn't give Cardi B any clout in the beginning, it looked like she was hating, and that's when it went negative because Cardi B's popularity rose. It just felt like Nicki was in the corner hating on Cardi.
Yeah.
And that's when people started looking at her tainted, like, yo, you're talking about breaking through barriers, right? And it felt like you were holding Cardi back from breaking her own barriers. So that's what kind of hit Nicki, because to me, Nicki has flow.
But I mean, at the same time, rap is competitive. Like, why do you have to co-sign somebody? That's like me going and co-sign somebody that's got the interview for this job that I'm going for. Like, who does that?
That man good too, man.
By the way, like, I'm real good, but this dude right here, he's fire. Like, he'll take care of your business. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
But here's the difference between being competitive and also just recognizing, hey, that artist is hot too. Like, not the same, hey, oh, she's better than me or I'm better than them, but there's
we in this race
more than
together.
just me in the game.
Yeah.
Doing that will help the lady side of hip hop grow. You know what I mean? So, last time we talked about any female rappers, I forgot to mention Lizzo. I forgot to mention Tara Wack.
Tara Wack is on fire, though.
Yeah. Who else was there? There was some more that I still discovering. I just heard like 2 names like earlier today, and there's some some dope rappers. I don't care the male or female. You just listen to them. They just spit some bars. Like,
I know, Trey. I feel like I'm gonna take this opportunity to be a little bit biased since you're talking about music. All right, guys, can I be biased for a second?
Go for it.
Yo, I'm gonna shout out my little cousin. Yo, song drop. Talk about it last year.
Yeah,
Blue. Look her up.
Yep.
Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud. Track is called Bag.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go as far as, just because I'm giving you this extra shout out, Blue, I'm gonna talk to the boys and see if we can get a post and a link to the music in the bio. Now, what you're gonna need to owe me now, Blue, I'm gonna need to get you up here so you can give me an interview, right? Since you just dropped this track, so I'm just being biased at the moment. You feel me? But
of course.
But Tara Wack Trev is fire. I like her style. She kind of gave me a lot of Missy feel.
Yeah, she and Lizzo are offsprings of Missy.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, especially Lizzo. I'll give her that. Lizzo is the whole lights and show and cameras of what Missy used to be.
Yeah.
Or not used to be, she still is. Because you see her lately.
That is true.
Yeah, she went backwards in time, in aging. Like, she looks young.
Because I know Missy, and I know not to speak of Missy's situation. Missy was sick and was going through her own phase of life. And I'm using the word phase of life because I don't want to get too in depth. I think if you're a Missy Elliott fan and you want to know her journey, go ahead and YouTube it. I mean, she's very vocal. She has documentaries out about what she's going on with. But I feel like Missy has been on the production side a lot. I mean, you may not see her, but she's behind the scenes.
Right.
You know?
So many insane hits from Missy. Like I was listening to a couple of her songs back in the day. Like, just how, like you said, on the production side, how that even came about is just insane. Like, to look back and listen to her stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, look at the legends she got to work with. She got to work with Timbaland and Magoo.
I mean, she grew up. Just not even got to work with. That's her people.
Yeah.
That, like, they all learn at the same time.
Yeah. Got that sound.
Yeah, they created so, because even when Lizzo's track Tempo came out, like, I first heard the beginning part, I'm like, this is a Missy track.
Wow.
Like, Missy has a sound. Then I found out Missy was on the track. I'm like, okay, see, you did do it.
Okay.
And what was it? J. Cole's Nobody's Perfect.
Yep.
Like that's
That was
completely
missing.
her sound.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about J. Cole, Trevor. Have you seen J. Cole little workout video for basketball on the internet?
No.
That boy can shoot.
I heard he can.
No, like Trevor, like we was watching the video and homie for like 20 for 20, bro.
Yeah.
Just taking jump shots from the 3-point. That's not to change the narrative, but still, like J. Cole could play some ball. That kind of caught me off guard. So when he kind of brought up the J. Cole thing, it came to mind. No, so guys, there's a little thing I've been trying to talking about terms and condition.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times we get these apps. We get these jobs. We see these little pamphlets that ask us for information that we're so willing and eager to give, just to find out what the breadcrumbs lead to. Yeah. I'm gonna take the example, and everybody was looking at the old age app, right?
Face app. I told y'all about
Face app. Now,
I warned y'all.
I
warned y'all.
Let me cough that one off. Now, a lot of us download these apps without reading the terms and condition. Talking about what these apps gives access to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For example, and not to talk against the thotties or even the dudes who spending money on the thotties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
City boys.
City boys are going on the fan pages. And you think you're being all discreet. Download will be a sight for sore eyes with this one to definitely let you guys know everything you guys do on the internet or on a server is being recorded.
Oh, not that it's on.
There we go. Now, there we go.
Let's go have this conversation again.
Yes.
Okay. So, if you guys haven't listened to the episodes before, everything you do is not only being recorded, but it's being analyzed. What does analyze mean? Mm-hmm. It means that they're looking at trends that you know what I'm saying? They're looking at your behavior patterns and you being a 24-year-old black man versus another person being a 30-year-old white man. What that person does. Now with social media, it makes it even more complex because what they do with like Facebook and Instagram and all that, they put you into these groups.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So because you're a 30-year-old black man that lives in this certain area, that makes a certain amount of money, that likes this, and that, they expose you to only this bubble of information. Mm-hmm. And that bubble of information is just a small amount of what the internet has to offer. Is it a good thing? Some people say yeah, because it makes it more manageable.
Mm-hmm. It's marketable as well.
I could go on Facebook and the things that I see it's gonna appeal to me. I'm not gonna go through just tons and tons of just everybody's stuff that I might not be interested in. But at the same time, when it comes to like there's another piece to it, because yes, you can analyze data and look at it and see trends and all that stuff, but then there's I forgot the exact term for it, but basically you could use predictive analytics.
Right.
Oh, so therefore, repeat that word again.
Predictive analytics.
Predictive analytics.
So what I just explained to you is just regular data analytics, where you're just looking at information and saying, based on the data I have, this person does this, that, and third, right?
Yes.
Predictive analytics says, based on the information I have, this person has a 90% possibility of dying at the age of whatever because of heart disease. Based on predictive analytics, after this person leaves work on a Wednesday, they're gonna go to Taco Bell. Based on predictive analytics, when Donville is recording the podcast, he's gonna go to these websites. Easily, that stuff can easily be understood. Now let's take it up another notch, right?
Yes.
Let's take it up another notch. So
like
now we just predicted what people are going to do.
Yes.
Can we go ahead and actually say, hey, if you do this instead, these are the results?
Yeah.
It's already been done.
Oh.
FedEx, wonderful company, right?
Yes.
They got delivery trucks everywhere. If you notice, they own the delivery trucks. If they have the option to make a left or a right, they always make the right. Why do you ask? Because they looked into the data and they see that if their trucks always make the right, they actually save millions of dollars just in fuel costs. So now they say, hey, if the driver has the option to make left or right, make the right and go do this other route because it's going to be more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're at now.
So
And that's why, if you like, let's just be real. That's why if you go on, like, it's so there's so many layers to it. Like, it's hard to even explain. But that's why, like, if you go on YouTube, for instance, right, and you just on YouTube in the morning, random, right, and you might be checking out your feed, whatever, blah blah blah, looking through. You might see One Pop Podcast just dropped the episode on Monday morning.
Monday
like,
morning,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you might see that.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna see that.
Let's say you just watch your normal videos, right?
Yeah.
You might watch some tech videos about some new tech that's out. You might watch some Breakfast Club, see what's popping in the news. Random videos that you just always watch, right?
Right.
But because you watch those videos, well, not even because you watch those videos. Let's say like that morning you decide, man, I'm hungry. Where am I gonna go for breakfast? And you say, man, let me just go on Google and say, yo, where should I eat for breakfast? What are the breakfast spots around the area? And you see, Chick-fil-A. Okay, I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
it's all good. Now you think that you made all these decisions on your own, but the layers behind it, like, it's so complex that they're like they can guide you fairly easily to do whatever they want you to do.
So you say, persuasive analysts can act is literally set up to persuade our way of thinking,
dude. With the amount of data they have on you, they can persuade you to do a lot of things. So
let's go a little bit further. Would you think this will work on a presidential election?
Of course,
it has.
Of course, of course. This has happened.
Well, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, there's a documentary that I watched on Netflix that actually aired a very important person that I came across, Brittany Kaiser. So I will go Brittany Kaiser for anybody who want to go look her up and find out what role she's played in our government in the last, I'm gonna say 12 years.
Yeah.
Obama did 2 terms, so that's 4 and 4, 8. Trump is on his first term still on his first term, sorry, which is gonna be 12. And she's worked with the Obama campaign and was one of the forerunners in this persuasive analytic that
Cambridge Analytica. Come on, like, this is basic stuff, man. We should know this.
Yeah, we should know
these things. The name of the firm is Cambridge Analytica. They're the ones that looked at the data and decided, like, hey, if we push these particular news stories that are fake to these, like, remember what I said? You have bubbles of information on Facebook. You're not seeing everything that's actually in your feed when you go to your feed. Yeah, you're seeing what Facebook wants you to see.
Right.
So if they're able to hack the system and say, not hack the system, but it's hard to explain. It's like they're able to
show you what you.
It's a hack, but don't think of hack like they actually went in,
and hacked
something. But they hacked the data that's being fed into it because they knew what the results were. Right. It's like a math equation. It's like balancing your checkbook. Like, okay, let's move some numbers around. Checkbook. And we know what the answer is going to be. So they do that on Facebook. They say, okay, let's dump this data in because we know if we put this data in, we're going to get we might not get 100% of these results. Yeah, but we're going to get enough results.
That's going to move. That's going to give me a wave.
It's going to tip the scale.
Now, this is my question about persuasive analytic. There's a profile that's technically being generated on what people think. Or the system thinks you like or you don't
multiple profiles.
Multiple profiles.
There's a profile for the profile for the profile.
Right.
Like there's layers to it.
No, this would have been a tough question for me for an analytic question. How could I get a hold of my profile, right? And how could I edit my profile so I can see some stuff that I may want to see? Not because you think that's...
You think you want to see?
Yeah, well, I mean, which is actually a Trev. This is my question towards a persuasive analytic. You see me looking at foolishness, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you take this persuasive analytic and start showing me some stuff that I may need to see. Mm-hmm. How would that help?
This is what I have done. Okay?
Go ahead, Donville.
You can't live in the bubble that they put you in.
Right.
Like when Trump's talking his craziness, I go to the Trump social media sites. I look at what they're posting.
Mm-hmm.
No, just to make sure that what I'm getting
Yes.
is both sides of the story.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you get the spectrum.
Like I said before, if I'm a Democrat
Mm-hmm.
and I don't agree with Trump's policy, think about it. Why everything on Facebook that I see are the things that I agree with? Think about it.
Right.
Like you're not getting the full story. You're not getting you're getting what you want to see or what Facebook thinks you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting everything. So you have to go searching for the other side of the story, and that's just like we got to stop just going along with what everyone's saying.
Exactly.
Like we gotta really think and really research things and be like, oh, this is what other side is saying.
Yeah, you see, and now that's one of the reasons why I use the word terms and condition, because a lot of people don't understand the terms and condition that they're placed with. Is that a lot of us says that and in Downville, you said something strong. You talk about being in that bubble, right? And with this narrative, and I'm gonna say with this persuasive analytic narrative, this is a way for them to keep you in a bubble even tighter without you finding a way how to break out of it. Because we're talking about how kids nowadays or people nowadays is using their mind less because the internet is dictating what they do.
But that's the crazy part. Like I don't know. Like it's just a skill that I have. I've always been able to kind of look beyond what's presented and kind of dig deeper. I always dig deeper. So like when using Google, like you've seen, like I love looking for information. It pops up so easily.
Yes.
But even at this time, I see people that's like, yo, I don't know how to search on Google. I don't know how to find that.
What?
Yeah. I've seen people like, oh, I don't know how to find that. I don't know how to see that. Like, how did you get there? What'd you type in the search? Like, it's there. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So you have these people that don't want to dig in deep. They just want to be like, okay, well, CNN say this.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I saw some news on Facebook and that's it. Or I saw Fox News and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's more.
You got to open up, and you
got to source your information.
It's funny down because
let me finish real quick.
Go on.
Where did they get it from? Because that's the first thing I look at when I see Facebook ad, like in news on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like instantly I look. Oh, I ain't going to that. I'm not even clicking on the link because I know that site is bogus. Like,
right.
I'm not clicking on the link at all.
Yeah,
but you have these people that'll see it, they'll click on it, not even looking at the URL to be like, yo. This is not even. This is like
not
some
real.
link from China. You know what I'm saying? Like the links to .uk. They talk about American news. Like, how valid is this stuff? They just click it on like, oh well, if it said it, that's news, and then they make decisions based on that news. That's wild.
Yeah, because look at the shopping company Wish. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna say I think I've bought stuff off Wish before, but Wish made its biggest push through Facebook. Like a lot of people didn't understand that.
Sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
Groupon does the same thing, and I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the code. Right?
Crack the code down, Phil.
This is all cheap stuff from China.
Yeah.
Groupon, Wish, Fashion Nova. I'm sorry. Guess we're not getting that ad.
Crack the code.
We're not getting that sponsorship. But they just get cheap stuff from China, and they just slap a label on it. They make it look presentable, and like, you're gonna buy it.
Yeah. But the curiosity is that yes, you have a profile, right, Donville?
Yeah. And
you have a way of gaining information on how you view information. But then you have companies like, I'm just gonna throw it out there, Facebook, who's just selling your information without. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say it's a good or bad. Some people information do need to get sold. Yeah. That's to say any form or shape. But if my information is gonna get sold for a price, at least put me in on a deal.
Exactly. That's the point that we need to get to within technology, because the companies are monetizing everything. By you utilizing their service, they're making money off of you. So it's like, why aren't we getting like? It's the give and take. Like, of course, I like Android phones, right?
Right.
And I know that if I use my Android phone to its fullest capability, I have to give Google access to where I'm located, my contact list, my messages. I have to give them access to everything, right? Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that because it's a cool phone. The features, it pays off. I'm fine with that. Just like, you know, we work at secure jobs,
secure
right?
locations. Yeah.
And I know that the company it has the right to seize my phone and be like, yo, we're taking this and we're looking through it because company emails on that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that risk because I get paid.
Yes.
I get a paycheck and I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is Facebook doing for me? If they're not even giving me the news, if they're not even giving me the feed of you know, my friends and family that I want to see, what are they doing for me?
Yeah.
Explain.
No, I mean
I would believe it's just only the hope that you're connected with your friends and family. Because Don, you remember the early days when Facebook was just
It was open, right?
Student only. Yeah, it was open. You know what you
saw all the foolishness.
Yeah. You see where everyone be posting.
Yeah.
That's it. But now you see, okay, one post, then advertisement for Wish.
Yeah.
And another post, advertisement for I don't know, whatever.
Something.
Yeah. It keeps on advertisement.
Yeah.
Advertisement. See, it's like when you talk about monetizing, like look at YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube and like Twitch and whatever stuff you could do yourself. We're thinking that's us making money off of what social media is doing, but we're only getting a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah. A very small percentage.
A very small one of what could really make, like, the owners of these companies are billionaires.
Yeah.
How?
No. Let me tell you how, guys.
Off of our own
We're Trevor.
artistic content.
Let me just burst up over that, Bill.
Yeah.
Now, do you know what the highest commodity is in the world in the last 10 years?
What?
Data. Data surpassed oil. Doubled oil. I want to make sure I get it correctly. Doubled oil in commodity. That means that these higher corporations is more likely to invest into data than they do into an oil company. And you think about everybody wants to drive a car, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily because people can take a bus.
Yeah.
But everybody has this yearn or this urge to be on the internet. Like you can't map everyone by a car because people carpool.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're in a time and age, well, even grandma who never used a computer before is about if you decide to give her a smartphone, she's gonna have to create an email address.
Yeah.
Right now, and if she creates an email, in worst case scenario, she's gonna want to browse the web,
Dude.
and then it's gonna ask her the most simplest information.
You're going so far into it, Cien. If she has a smartphone, she's already in the system.
See that?
Just by having the smartphone, they know
You have to have an account.
they know your location. And to use the Android phone, you have to have a Google account.
Period. Yeah.
And you have to agree to those terms.
And I think
Hey,
Apple,
don't
you
leave
have
out
to
Apple
have
either.
you have to have an iCloud.
Don't leave out Apple either.
Windows,
They
you have to
got
do the
their
same
own
thing.
version.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Thinking they're safe.
It's
Nah.
what it is, you know. And so the point I was trying to bring up before it was like, look at Instagram. For some reason, no matter how clean your Instagram might be, the yoga pants and the big booty hot girl summer chicks is gonna find their way into your feed.
Yeah, they do.
For the export page. What?
How? Tell me, how are these things happening? There's more to Instagram than yoga pants and hot girl summer.
Yes.
But it finds its way to.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that in itself.
Yeah, because
It's wild, man.
so now I went public with my page now, right?
Yeah.
And public has changed it. Believe me, because now people don't. I guess they don't ask me to follow me. They just follow me, and I try to be as friendly as possible. Like, hey, you follow me, I follow you back.
Yeah.
Now,
Dangerous.
Trevor, I'm vetting that process now.
Yeah, I gotta clean my feet up.
It's like,
too
okay.
wild. It's too wild.
You know, as my wife would have said, babe, just go through and like people can follow you, you just don't have to follow them back.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, man, but just going through the process, I went from probably seeing like 1 or 2 thotties on my timeline till it was like a lot. And I'm like, yo, like where did you guys come from? And she was like, baby, we went public. So you kind of just open that door. So now I have to go through and be like, okay, now you're following me, I may can't follow you.
Yeah.
It's also more than just you went public. You went public and you fell towards one of the bait traps. It was when they added you.
Yeah.
And you add them back. So everyone that's on that line said, yo, head his way.
Y'all thinking too far. Like, yo, y'all thinking so far beyond what it really is. The fact that you viewed a picture and you stayed on that screen for 5 seconds.
That's
Instagram got you. They got your data. They know what you're looking at. Like, all right, let me explain something. So Amazon, I did a research project on the data that Amazon collects from you. Okay? I don't got it up, but I remember most of this stuff. Amazon, and this is in their policy. They collect your driver's license information, credit history, of course, you know, your address. They collect your contact information. Yep, contact people that you know in your address book. They have what is the social security number? They're able to collect that. They collect the data that you the things that you view. So like, let's say you type in something in your search. Anything you type in their search bar is recorded. Like I don't care if you type something, you delete it.
It's there.
It's recorded on Amazon servers. Think about that.
I believe it. Terms and condition. They
got more information than the CIA on you, bruh.
Terms and condition. Yeah, because I remember at one point the FBI was going to.
They were buying data from Amazon. Like that's what I'm trying. I didn't want to say it, but you already.
I was like, I ain't gonna try to say it. I'm throwing you this breadcrumbs, and you're like,
the government's buying information from Amazon. Like,
I remember a couple of years ago they did arrests like that. I think they were looking for some information. And I think it was Metro, not to hurt Metro's feelings, or one of those companies. They just basically was like, here, I'm going to give it to you all because this was the easiest way for us to. And they made arrests based on information they got from phones. So to
be fair, Apple was one of the companies that pushed back on the government. It's like, nah, we can't do that. Like, we can't just give y'all information.
Yeah, and I think because Apple felt like they dealt with so much celebrities and so many high profile clients, they knew what was in there. And I think because they declined is what pushed for the iCloud leak. Because it was more like, okay, because since you don't, whatever you had to hide, we wanted it. And we saw what people picked and choose because they basically took a lot of celebrities' personal data and put it out there. But just out of curiosity, what they did not put out there that they felt like they held on for. And you and I both know that a lot of those celebrities probably got hit with a bid. Like, if you don't pay this price, this was going to come out.
Yeah, that's what hackers do. I mean, like,
you know?
It is what it is.
And that's why you saw some that came out and some that didn't.
There was a fappening, right? That's what it was called.
Yeah.
The celebrities got their iClouds hacked.
Yeah.
And we only saw the new pictures.
Yeah.
But what was else in there?
Was
important.
There was a lot was in there. And Trevor, I'm going to say this. People text account numbers.
Yeah.
Based on what business deal you're doing. People take pictures of checks. I want you to understand, one of the bank's new thing is like take a picture of your check.
Yeah.
And you can bank your check that way. Sure. Now that data of your checking information and your bank information is now just sitting there. And down the on the instant you type in anything on any server, it's being recorded.
Yeah.
Yo, it goes down into music as well. Like, y'all ever heard the term metadata before?
Yeah.
Right? You know, every time you play a song, and if a certain listening device heard that song, say if I was listening to like a Cardi B song on the way home, right? My phone's in the car, right? Listening to it. And I was trying to record a Instagram saying, "Oh, I'm listening to Cardi, whatever." That's how copyright infringement catches you, because there's metadata on those songs. Because when I was at art school for this, when you're mixing a song, there's a department where you go into, and this is what companies like Coca-Cola and Sprite and whatever big companies get their hands onto the song. It's like they put in whatever the link is into the metadata that stays on the song. So wherever it gets played, something's gonna pop up about Sprite. Something's gonna pop up about Coke. Something's gonna pop up about Facebook. All that. because what's on the song, but also right for reverse. That's how Shazam knows what that song is.
Yeah.
Right. So and then the legal parts hits you too. As it would say, oh, you were trying to play our song here.
Yeah.
Where's our $5 million?
Exactly.
Right.
It's almost like kind of just to think of it. I'm trying to think of a way to explain to people where it makes sense. Like it's almost like maybe Bluetooth might work. Yeah, think of it like Bluetooth. Mm-hmm. So like your Bluetooth is a wireless signal.
Yeah. That
emits from your phone. If you turn it on, it emits from your phone.
Yeah.
And then if I'm around, if it's me, you, CN, I can look at my phone and be like, yo, CN's, I can identify CN's phone. I can identify Trevor's phone, and y'all can identify my phone. So it's kind of like that to where, if the music's played, then you can easily identify it without even, it's like, from what you're saying, it's not even the audio, it's something that's embedded into the audio.
Yeah, well, while it was being mixed,
crazy.
It's already when the song is getting printed, that's getting added into it.
That's crazy,
and it's all inside the coding of that song. So and that's how people like artists get their money.
So is that how like Kids Bop? Not to make this quick, but is that how like Kids Bop is able to like do their thing and it's different?
Yeah, to a point, they had to re-record everything.
Yeah,
right. I believe you. They had the kids were singing that thing.
They may have known the same like chord strings, whatever.
But it has to be original, kind of.
Yeah, original. That's why they are allowed to get away with it. Because on real, that's a big. I would think that's under the parody law.
Yeah,
because they remade it. It is not the same as we just took it from
same beat and
then remake it. Yeah.
That's interesting stuff, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of logistics in these terms and condition, as I like to say.
And I also want to put one more thing out there. I want this to be like the crazy internet show, but just want to put a fun fact out there that like y'all know that we only see like a certain percentage of the internet, right?
I believe you.
Like it's a very small percentage of the internet, like the real internet, like network of computers and all that we actually see. So just think about that. And that stuff rolls all into, I ain't even going to mention the name.
He's not going to mention the name.
I'm not going to mention the name.
He's going to leave you with a breadcrumbs to look it up.
These people that do illegal things, and you wonder how they're able to have these networked organizations and all that crazy stuff. Like, yeah, they do it on there.
I believe you.
Crazy stuff out there, yo.
It's almost like you can't even be careful. You can't even tell people, hey, be careful on the internet. Like, it's kind of too late.
No. That bridge is crossed.
Because you know how they are always going to catch you is like, hey, try this new game. Try this new app. Oh, look at this. And they having celebrities use that app to entice you to say, oh,
of course,
I want to try that app too.
Yeah, I'll use it. Why not?
Yeah, that's what the Face app got away with it. That's why all the social media apps got away with it because we know other people were using it.
Yeah, because I mean, and I be hearing people go, "All right, I'm not using that app. You're using another app." Like I heard someone going to tell me, "Well, I don't use Facebook. I only use WhatsApp." Really?
They got you.
Really? Do you know who owns
that Facebook owns WhatsApp?
All right.
Owns Instagram? Like, come on. Yeah,
man.
It's a wrap. You're done.
Yeah. It's just because people today go into it.
What I say, as a person that loves technology and I'm in it, I breathe it, I eat it, everything. At least know what information you're giving away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just know that, hey, if I'm using this laptop, every keystroke that I'm typing in is being recorded somewhere.
Right.
Just know that.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Since you're into the technology, is it smart to get your own personal VPN? Because I always see, because you know what? A lot of the so big trends now is selling VPNs. When I start seeing celebrities trying to advertise it now,
that's wild.
I'm like, okay, there's something off.
Yeah,
there's something off here.
So what a VPN allows you to do, it basically, so when you're on the internet, your IP address identifies your computer to like the internet, the network. So it's like you log on, you're connected to whatever internet service provider you have, whether it be Bright House, AT&T, whatnot. They give you the IP address. So they say, hey, such and such logged on. Here's the IP address. Boom. That's your code when you're on the internet. So that's your identification. What the VPN does is basically there's different ways to do it. Some of them work between that. They work between the IP address that you provided and the website that you go to. Because every time you communicate with the website on the internet, it says, "Hey, this is my IP address."
Yeah.
You're going to Google.com.
Yeah.
That translates to an IP address, and the IP address says, "Hey, Google, I need this from you." And Google says, "Okay, IP address blah blah blah. Google IP address blah blah blah. Here's what I have for you. Go back to IP address blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And it has the Google IP address attached to it with the information and whatnot. So there's always a connection with whatever whatever website you're going to, whatever music you're streaming, whatever server you're hitting. They're gonna know your IP address because they need to identify that when they're bringing the information back to you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So what the VPN does, it says, "Hey, let me get in between this situation here," and your IP address for your computer talks to the VPN.
Yeah. The
VPN says, "Hey, this is the arbitrary IP address that I'm going to provide to Google, Facebook, to whoever." Does it work? Yeah, it works. But I mean, like, honestly, it's the only way it's going to really help you is if you live in China where they actually block you from certain websites.
Right.
Like, you're in America, you're free to go to whatever website you want to. If you might think like, okay, well, I go to these crazy websites, whatnot. I don't want people to look it up or find out or whatnot, but they're gonna find it anyway because you're using a VPN service that they record your IP address. So
basically as Trev said, whenever you start seeing celebrities start advertising it, that means there's something to it. So you really think you're trying to be secure, but technically you're not.
Yeah.
Because all it's gonna do is gonna lead you to the VPN. Now what's gonna happen? And if the government really want to catch you guys, and I'm just gonna leave it out there, if they really want to catch you, they're gonna catch you.
They already got you.
Yeah, they already got you.
Yeah.
No, because Trev, it's just like this. Basically, what people is using the VPN for is a resident, right? Basically, mean that you don't know who's inside a resident. But what you really do, you just basically gave them a direct location where to go look at. Because now the question is going to go, who's providing the VPN? And when the government wants to crack that VPN, you ain't got no choice. They're going to crack it. And you can't delete what's in there.
Yeah. And now the thing is, a lot of times the VPNs that they have, they're set up in like other countries. So yeah, you got that layer, but I mean, someone's gonna know your information.
Shoot.
At the end of the day, and that's the thing. Like, they don't know. It's not necessarily about CN, this, that, and the third, but it's more like this person that correlates with this group of people does this, and they kind of group you and lump you, and that's how they make the suggestive things, and that's the uncomfortable part about it. I mean, them knowing like, oh, CN goes to all these different websites.
Yeah.
Is that really a bad thing? Who cares? Like,
I mean,
like, nobody's really searching for that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, nobody cares about that. But the thing that they do care about is that, CN, who is this, that, and the third, like all your statistics, does this. That's important because they could correlate you with other people that are similar and, do the suggestive stuff.
All the shooters, all the crazy people out there that's done insane things.
Yeah.
They all
please stop.
Or similar.
Let me get it out there from now.
Yeah, please for them to stop. Yeah,
please stop.
Right. But also, they all got similarities on the sites they pick.
Yes,
the
they
ones
do.
that's still out there still go to these websites.
Yeah.
Yet we only act when it's too late. I think that's another thing why we kind of hate how we're always put into the bubble, but you already know who the crazies are. You just wait until
because their bubble be big and bright. Like, look, see me crazy over here. Not calling no names, but I see you.
Yeah, because the last time since we recorded, it's been now 3.
Yeah,
because of that Philly shooting. I didn't even hear the details with Philly one, but
well, from what I come to understand, I guess police they had a warrant. The Philly they had a warrant, and they're trying to arrest homie, and him and his people is in there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it to sound crazy. You have a lot of these people in that who lives in that lifestyle, who's been to a jail who's been locked up a couple of times.
Ain't nothing new.
But what some of them have decided is that they ain't going back. You know, we watch enough gangsters movie, right, for them to be like, oh, the only way they taking me back is in a body bag. Oh. And it was one of those scenarios, and they went back in a body bag. So
nah, he didn't die.
I think one of them. It was
identified.
There was more people in the house.
Died.
That is unknown. I like unknown information.
They never said who anybody died, but the guy that they were looking for, at least, he came out. Like some 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning.
And after shooting surrendered. Shoot mad police.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I hear foolishness like that, it's like you ran out of bullets, didn't you?
Like
you sound like you ran out of bullets. Like I can't shoot no more. I'm about to get shot. Wild. I give up. Well, I'm gonna say this for all them terrorist group or whatever profile or bracket you fall under. Please stop. I mean, like right now, I'm scared to go to the grocery store.
Oh, I've been people. Like that's the thing. Like Walmart. Let's get into Walmart. Okay.
Part of Cambridge Analytica's madness as well.
Here's one thing about Walmart. People always doing some foolishness, right? That's one. People always dressed up in their pajamas going to Walmart.
2.
And then you can never find the employees at Walmart.
3.
Does that seem like a safe place to be at?
4.
Like real talk, like that's why I hate going to Walmart, because it's like you always see it's like Ratchet Monday every day.
Yeah,
Ratchet Monday, Crazy Tuesday.
It's like yo, these people like
the freaks are out on Wednesday.
Like
hopeless.
Yo, my condolences
hopeless Wednesday
to everything that happened, man. It's really sad situation.
Yeah,
but at the same time, use this as a learning opportunity. Like stop going to Walmart in your pajamas. Like you need to be on. You gotta be on code. Like
you need to be.
You're making yourself a soft target.
I was like, you need to be in running conditions.
Like,
when stuff pop up,
it's like I don't want to see your flap. Like some people got that flap that just right.
Like,
but also, like when the whole Walmart shooting happened, I overheard a coworker was saying to another coworker, saying, "Well, see, this is a problem when they don't have." Not everyone's carrying a gun. All of them people are too scared to carry a gun. Like, why do you think a gun is going to stop from me?
No, let me say this to somebody. People with the whole gun narrative, and I'm not talking against it, and I'm not for it, right?
Yeah.
But what the thing that's in common with a lot of these people with their shootings is that these people are firing assault rifles, right? So what you think you're gonna do with your little pistola? Because if you fire back at me and I got a rifle, you're just not prime target.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
A couple dozen bullets coming at you.
Yeah, a couple dozen bullets coming at you so I can get you earlier out of the equation. Yeah. And that's where the narrative lies. So I'm not saying, giving teachers I guess concealed weapon license and everybody carrying a gun around is not going to make safe.
And we got the crazy teachers out there. Like, you want to give them a gun?
You do not want to give
No, I don't want to say this.
They're crazy.
Now, you're talking about everybody having a concealed weapon license. I'm gonna shout Mike Tyson out for saying he smoked $40,000 worth of weed. I'm gonna get there. For one, I want you to understand. If you're a pot smoker and you're a legally pot smoker, meaning that you got your license, you can't have a concealed weapon. That's one.
You cannot.
Right? You cannot.
Okay.
But somebody who goes out and drink and gets drunk can still have their concealed weapon license.
You mean to tell me that's the reason why this law has not been passed yet?
Yeah.
It's because of guns?
Yeah.
Now that makes...
That's really what it is. And I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why I'm shouting it out, because this is the narrative, is that people on weed is more dangerous than someone on alcohol. And I am gonna say, I'm gonna come on and say it, I'm against that narrative. If you put somebody in a room who's probably smoked, there's two or three things gonna happen. They're either gonna write a new track, right? Wrong or right, Trevor? Yeah. They're gonna write a new track. It may not be good, but they're gonna write a new track. It's gonna, if you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be out there. There's some bad vocals gonna be on there. It's gonna think it's fire, right? 2, they're gonna pass out, right? 3, they're gonna get hungry. Now, the 4th thing is gonna happen is that they're gonna get up and walk out the room together with nobody with non-violent activities.
I never seen anyone on weed
getting violent. And I'm throwing it out there. Now, this is the narrative. You have all these people. How many people I've been to Waffle House, right? And people who's coming from the club, drunk, who get to the Waffle House, toe up, and somebody say something slick, yo, say something else. I'm gonna let me go to my car. Dog, you drunk? I'm twisted right now, and people like to use that word. Oh, I'm feeling nice because I'm licked up. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're the first person to go grab a gun and shoot someone. So I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying to take away the guns. They need to vet the gun policy properly, and I'm not taking anybody away from guns because personally, I would like to say, if anybody who wants to be a proud gun owner to secure their family, by all means, feel free to do so. But I'm talking about all these people who has shown signs of mental illness that keeps having these weapons. Like the fact that the signs are there and we've yet to follow. And I'm gonna dig as deep as this. Look at 9/11. The government knew in June that a terrorist attack was planned at 9/11. That was in June, right? That was like where I'm going with this. Right now,
let's hit pause on the recording.
No. And now, where am I going with this?
This episode's getting a little too real.
No. I'm gonna go back. Right? They and I'm gonna say this is not acting on information.
Yeah.
They said that they had, and this is proven. They had knowledge that a terrorist attack was being planned on the World Trade Center. They just didn't take it seriously. Boom. The World Trade Center got attacked. We're going to go to all these terrorists. They've all, have one form or shape, right? Been in a group or a website or a page, right? And I'm going to show, especially Facebook, because Facebook helps create groups that people goes in and talk their craziness.
Yeah.
And they're spreading these narratives that they know of. Now I want you to understand, when you go on Facebook and somebody says this, if my friend dogs die and it's posted on Facebook, well, you automatically get it. It's like, oh, your friend dogs are here.
Yeah,
read top of the list, right? Yeah. So you're trying to tell me you have these, and download. I want you to use that word, the analytic word. I want you to use that.
Got the data analytics.
Data analytic, right? So you're trying to tell me you have these people in a box already, because that's the door you can open for me at this moment.
You do.
You have these people in profile in a box, meaning that you know they have terrorist activities. Their profile tells you that.
Yeah.
Right? And you see their narrative and you see where they're going. Why aren't we using that same information, right, to stop violence? Now, this is crazy. We're using the same information to put political leaders in power. And I'm going to go back. Brittany Kaiser said for working with Cambridge Analytica that she worked on the Obama campaign, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why she worked on the Trump campaign, or she started working on Ted Cruz's campaign, is because when she worked on the Obama campaign, she did it for free. Mm-hmm. So she basically helped Obama with their Facebook thing, with their promoting, and Obama did say that this was a generation that where the internet played a lot.
Quote unquote,
grassroots, right?
Social media, that's all it was.
Now, when they started working for Ted Cruz started gaining some waves. The Trump campaign basically realized what they were doing.
We'll pay you.
And we'd pay you. And I'm look, now I'm not knocking Brittany. Brittany did what Brittany did what most I'm gonna say most Americans do. Did her job. She got a job that she was paid for. Personally, depends on what side of the spectrum you vote for. You may like her, you may not like her, right? But she did a job that she was paid for, and she just felt like the information that was given was wrong. Now, Facebook got scrutinized with Cambridge Analytica, meaning that they're like, you're selling people's information, even when you told the world we're stop selling information, because the documentaries are out there who watch Facebook come out on a specific date saying that we do not sell any leak information, and in 3 days after they sold over 3 million worth of information after they were being investigated, which is stupid.
Cien, this is the problem. People don't know what questions to ask Facebook. Facebook does not sell your information. Facebook allows applications
to do it
that you utilize. Mm-hmm. They allow them to go in and pull information that you signed off on, saying it's okay to have this information.
Terms and conditions.
That's what Facebook does. They're not selling your information, and that's the problem when Zuckerberg.
So it's
went
you
to,
sold.
When Zuckerberg
no,
went
Trevor,
to Congress,
he gave it away for free.
Yeah. When he went to Congress, he had that 2-day long interview.
Yeah.
Like, I could see my man just smile at laughing like, yo, y'all people, you guys are so dumb. Like you don't even know the questions you're asking.
Yeah, but all right, Donville.
Like he looked at like, I'm gonna answer your question, but you know, like he even corrected one senator. He was like, that's not how the internet works. Mm-hmm. Like, you want to ask me a question again in a different way? Because your question makes no sense.
No, that's right. And that was a very big point. And then he looked at it, and what he looked at him was like, look, you guys are coming to Facebook for all this foolishness.
Yeah.
Go to Cambridge Analytica. Because they had a service, they had a need.
Yeah.
And all we did was let them use our software on our platform.
Yeah.
And this is the craziest thing, guys. And I'm just going to put it out there for anybody who likes doing this little trivia quiz. And for anybody who's a friend of mine personally, is a family member who listens to my podcast and decide to send me this foolishness, I will delete you and block you. Because
what happened?
I just want to make sure that's how much passion that I have towards this. Like, Trevor, you remember back in the day, they used to get these little games, this Facebook games that people would send you and playing and all of that.
That's what it was before the Face ID. What?
Yeah.
What?
Like Mafia?
Yes, all that, Trev.
What endangered animal are you?
Yes.
Oh, no.
So Trev. Okay, so let me explain to you how this trivia thing works.
Yeah.
Now, you say you haven't been on Facebook for like a good year.
Yeah.
And so you're not giving anybody your information, right?
Yeah.
Donville, who's your friend, decide that he wants to know what animal he is. So because he wants to know
African
what
please tell me the survey. I want to see if I'm the fluffy one.
He's a fluffy one, or he's the rabbit that's running through all them trees. So Trev, basically what happens is if Donville goes and does that little application to see what animal he is, every person on his friends list, he basically gave their information up without you even doing it. So you didn't even play the game.
Because even if let's say their profile is private, right?
But because you're your friend,
that application assumes your identity.
Yes.
And says, hey, Donville said it's so. It's like somebody coming to your house, Trev.
Yeah.
Because we cool.
Yeah.
And Donville might let's say you give me your keys, right?
Yeah.
And he said, Donville, that's my homeboy. He's got the keys to my house.
My man.
That's like somebody rolling up to Donville and like just grabbing Donville up and like, yo, you're going to Trevor's house. Use your key, and I'm taking everything.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Damn.
Well,
yeah.
Trevor, I mean, you can make it even sound even dirtier. Be like,
right behind
Trevor, someone knocked at your door and be like, can I use your bathroom, please? And you're like, sure. And while they're using the bathroom, they search your whole house and get all your information. But okay, thank you for letting me use the bathroom for a moment. Have a good day.
Peace.
And Trev, those are the simple factors of how they use and got people's information. Now, but I would like to say this for the whole meat of this terms and condition.
Yeah.
Guys, please be careful of what you read on the internet. Right? Not everything that glitter is gold.
Yeah.
You feel me? And not because it looks and feels like gold mean it's 100%. You know, there's a thing called wash over gold, dog. When you buy it and you go home and you're sleeping and then you wake up in the morning and your hands start turning green, you realize what type of gold process you got. So not everything that glitters is gold. So you got to be careful with that foolishness. You know, now let me change the narrative because I want to give a shout out to Jamaica. I know you guys hear me go through this process. Jamaica had Independence Day,
right?
Yes.
You know, so while I was we were enjoying the Independence Day activities. I could say while we were here, in our own personal space. I want to give Jamaica a special shout out for that.
And Emancipation Day. Also, shout out to Great Britain for releasing us.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for taking your chain off.
Yeah, thank you for taking your chain off, sir. Yeah, we appreciate all relinquish of slavery that you've given unto us so we can go ahead and have our freedom. But yes, I want to give a shout out for that. I mean, a lot of countries earned this in a different way. You know what I mean? Some didn't have to fight for it, some did. But I can say there's a small amount of countries out there that fought for their freedom.
Definitely.
Jamaica is one of them. Shout out to my Haitians as well. They fought for theirs.
Oh, they definitely fought.
They fought for theirs. You feel what I'm saying? So
look up 1804 if you don't know.
1804.
See what happened.
Triple OG days. You feel what I'm saying? I can go to all the Maroons. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nanani and Paul Bogle and all the real people who made a difference. Marcus Garvey. So I want to make sure I give it out. Even some of our new people, they may be bright in Jamaica in different ways. I'm going to shout out Usain Bolt, showing that Jamaican people can live in another light. You feel what I'm saying? Coming from I'm going to say the most ruralist places. And I'm going to give a shout out to Shelly Ann Fraser Price for coming from the deep into the ghetto and show that, yo, not because it's nothing but concrete in there, roses can't bloom.
Shout out to coffee.
Coffee,
too.
yeah.
Yo, you mean?
Yeah.
Coffee's the next one.
Spanish Town.
Coffee, trying to get you here, now, dog. You know the deal. I understand. I'm not even gonna say why. I understand what's the rush.
We need the vibes.
Yeah, we want to get you in a coffee.
Course, of course.
You know.
Shout out to what's going on in Puerto Rico, man. I know that's been going on for the past couple of months with the governor.
Yeah.
Not past couple of months, but recently, weeks, with the governor resigning.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for, going to the streets. They protested, and change did happen, man. It was actually good to see that.
I mean, change has to happen when we are former ship. I'm gonna say this: when an unmovable object hits an unstoppable force, there's gonna be a reaction. Mm-hmm. Something will happen. It may not happen the way you want it, but something is gonna happen. And what's happening at Puerto Rico is happening for them in their own shape. And guys, I want to make sure to know that we have different things coming up for and we have some more interviews in store. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna see.
You may give the positive quote.
You want a positive quote, Trev?
I'm just taking it from you too.
All right, go on.
It's the terms and condition. Everyone has a terms and condition that you allow into your life, right?
Yeah.
Be careful who you say yes to.
Ooh.
Read the details before you commit your next hour.
Do that research.
Do your research on that person. Do your research on the job you're getting into. Do the research onto the faith you're building your household on.
Powerful words.
Read those terms and conditions. Or is it worth what you're about to sacrifice?
That's real.
You know what I mean?
It's more than real.
Yeah.
No, guys. Trevor, other than for you drop the positive, let me give one more shout out before we tie up today. I want to shout out my wife, and I want to shout out Koji. Their birthdays are coming up. This Sunday.
Did another
track.
Shoot.
Yeah. Koji moving that waves.
Nice.
And my anniversary of this year.
Yes,
sir.
How much years now?
14 years, 15 next year. Getting there. Hitting them numbers. But
hey, man. We'll talk about another episode. Yo, so real quick.
Go.
So I did something crazy for my anniversary with my wife.
Yeah.
Listen to the next episode. I'll talk about it.
Ooh.
Please remember. And I want to talk about how Disney's so not for single or single people. But there's so much I gotta talk about Disney.
Stay tuned, guys.
Yeah.
All right, One Pop Podcast, guys.
Hold up.
Go on.
What episode is this? I don't think you never did the intro.
Yeah.
Yo, guys. Guys, we jumped in.
I'm gonna jump in right now. Say, welcome to the One Pop Podcast. This is episode, was it 55? I think it's 55.
56.
56,
yeah. All right, episode 56. Appreciate you all listening.
Yeah.
One Pop Podcast.
That's your boy Trev.
Of course.
That's your boy CN.
That's your boy Don.
That's my boy Don. And guys, as you can see, guys, it's more fun, more laughter, enough enjoyment. One Pod Podcast, guys. We out. Peace.